It just seems like a few years ago that I was a patrol officer patrolling the streets of Middletown. But the time has passed, and it's time to move on and say goodbye. It's been a great experience. It's been a privilege to serve the city of Middletown, to serve councils, and to serve our citizens. We've had some outstanding accomplishment that we must point to and be proud of. This partnership with the Middletown schools, Miami University Middletown, the city of Middletown, and the university. This could be, I think, one of the catalysts to take Middletown into the future. It could certainly be one of the long-term revitalization efforts that our city will see. Think about what Miami University just announced. Free or reduced cost for all of our children in the Middletown School District. We got to think about what that means to Middletown. Keeping families in Middletown. Attracting new families to Middletown who value an education for their children. I think we've got to get behind that effort. As a council, as a city, as citizens, as the schools, we got to make that happen. They're going to have to raise some money, some things have to happen, but we got to get behind it because I think it is one of the most promising things that Middletown has to offer right now. We've reestablished an economic development department, and it's provided a solid foundation for us to build on in the future. Once again, we include council, city staff, members of the business and professional community, and the Chamber of Commerce. We've all worked together to build this strong foundation in economic development to carry us into the future. As we look back on all these successes, we got to remember the city has been in a serious financial crunch through this entire time. We know that well. Our income tax has been declining for about 8 years. We had a little bump in 2004, but other than that, we've seen that decline, and we've struggled with it year in, year out. Same period, our operating expenses continued to increase. You've all seen the numbers, we've been over, and we've done, and time again, and you all know the problem well. But that's reality. Revenues are shrinking, expenses continue to climb. With a consolidated police and fire department to no public safety department work in Middletown. Spent 30-some years in public safety, and some of these things are even hard for me to fathom, but we got to ask, and will they work? And will either of these provide a quality service at a lower cost? If you need to find the cost reductions we're talking about, you must look at police and fire, because as you know, it's the single largest spender of our tax dollars. 70% of our money goes to police and fire. So we can't ignore public safety and expect to get out of this dilemma we're in. So I'm not suggesting here a simple reduction in staff. That's not going to get us what we need. It's just not going to work. To continue to cut public safety jeopardizes our citizens. It's not the answer. But I am suggesting a hard look at how we do things. How can we accomplish what we need to accomplish with a better result and less cost to the taxpayers? But when preparing this final report, I've talked to a lot of city employees and others in the community I've known and respect. It was obvious to us this report should be positive and forward-looking. It's equally evident to all. The city cannot continue business as usual. We've tried, we've done our best, but we can't continue business as usual. The outlook for 2008 is much more difficult. Operating budgets have been decreasing ever since around 2000. 4 out of every $5 goes to the people cost of running a city out of that budget. 4 out of every $5. And 70% goes to fire and police. And once again, we're talking about the general fund here, and that's important to understand. That fund pays for our fire, our police, our streets, our parks, snow removal, and all the city departments that function to make sure that we're a full city. But with the support of this council and with the hard work of staff, we have kept the city in the black. Tonight as we sit here, we've got about a 15% unencumbered balance, which is our goal. In November, the city is, we have 4 council seats up for election. And for the first time in our recent history, the direct elected mayor. Whether you're sitting here on council tonight or others who may have aspirations of serving on council, I urge you to put your personal agendas aside, check the personality differences at the door, and be willing to make the tough decisions needed for Middletown that are in the best interest of our city and citizens. You know, and I think, Mr. Chavelle, you referred to, I'm an old Hamilton boy. I moved to Middletown many, many years ago. It's a city I've come to love. And I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. I love this city, and I'm going to continue to be a part of this community. I wish you well, and urge to you to make the decisions that are best for Middletown and keep Middletown moving forward. Thank you.